Hey guys, what's up? It's Smoke Slunky. Welcome back to Isaac, and we're going to be doing another run, trying to finish off a few more of these challenges. So far I've only done 2 of them, unfortunately, and hopefully maybe you've even seen them, because of course they have been uploaded to YouTube. But anyway, we're going to try... I didn't do so well with 9 deaths. I've already tried Large Marge. I haven't tried Lord of the Flies, 7 Years Bad Luck, Meet Forever, or Isaac Was Good Today. I think Isaac Was Good Today is kind of hard though. I have tried Spider Boy, and I actually nearly beat that one. So let's give it another shot, and if I don't beat it, then I'll try a different challenge run next time. But Spider Boy, you start out with Spider Bite, which if you hit enemies, you freeze them. And you also start out with Quad Shot, or Mutant Spider, as it is always also known by. But anyway, both of those abilities are pretty good. The only bad part about this run is you actually don't get any item rooms, so the only items that you get is from boss drops, secret rooms, or buying them from the shop. No item rooms, so no guaranteed 1 item per floor, which kind of sucks. But anyway, we get a key and a coin for that chest there. I think I might as well go back and explore this last room here, just in case there's something cool, and I'll also visit the sacrifice room because I have a free red heart laying out there, so I might as well, really. And with this run, you're going to need all the items you can get, like with all the challenge runs that you don't get any items from completing, or you don't get any item rooms from them. So I believe in this challenge I also need to defeat Mom's Heart, not just the regular Mom. So defeating Mom's Heart with no item rooms is going to be a little bit of a challenge, even though I started out with 2 pretty good ones. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to have to get, of course, health and damage upgrades from the bosses to have much of a chance here. So we destroyed those enemies in that room. Might as well go back and get the sacrifice room, and I'll also look for the secret room, which I have a pretty good suspicion is going to be next to the shop. So from our sacrifice room we get Spirit of the Night, which is absolutely awesome. That is, in all honesty, the absolute best upgrade I could have hoped to get from a sacrifice room. I don't think it gets any better than this. If you don't know, I have an absolute love for flying items. For me personally, at least, flying makes my runs a lot easier, and I really love it when I have flying items. I have a lot of success with them, so as long as I end up getting some damage and health ups, I should be able to have a pretty good shot to complete this run. So in our secret room is a whole bunch of money, actually enough to visit the shop, and since I have a key and there's no item rooms, I might as well visit the shop. So that turned out really well, and we get the compass in our shop. So actually, this is possibly one of the better first floors I've ever had in Isaac. That's pretty cool. So let's fight the boss, and it's the Widow, which isn't too difficult, especially with Spider Butt. So I have like a whole bunch of spider items, and I fight a spider boss as well. It's just, the spiderness is just crazy right now. But anyway, the Widow does have pretty low health, so she shouldn't present too much of a challenge, and she's down. So that was pretty easy. Hopefully we get either a health or damage up. I mean, the game would just be spoiling me a little bit if that ends up being the case, but hey, I don't mind being spoiled. Isaac is hard enough as it is. A little spoiling never hurt anyone, and we get a health up, in fact, so that's awesome. The Widow almost never drops health ups for me, so I gotta say that floor went really well. Hopefully I can get a few more good items, and actually this run could end up being a rousing success. So one good thing about Spirit of the Night is you gotta remember that your tears can travel over rocks and over gaps and stuff like that, because you have spectral tears. I guess they can travel over gaps anyway, but basically what I'm saying is your tears can travel over rocks. So that's always a good thing to keep in mind. You can stay out of enemies' range, because most enemies at least can't fire over rocks. So you can just stay behind those rocks and you can't get damaged. So that's always something to keep in mind. Just a great chest there, so I won't be opening that, even though, this is only the cellar, so I suppose I might as well open it. And we get a troll bomb and 2 normal bombs, so I don't think that was worth opening. But the thing is, we're only on the cellar, so for the most part monsters are pretty easy down here, so even I would be able to defeat them, I think. So anyway, these 3 waves of monsters that we have here shouldn't be too much of a challenge, just because we are on the cellar, and we get the meat shooting guys, which are annoying, but they are not the worst in the world, and take them out. And that wasn't too bad. I lost half of a heart, but I should be able to replenish that, and I got 2 bombs and a key from that room, so that I think turned out pretty well. So as you can see here, just shooting over the rocks, keeping my distance from these guys, and I also have the slowing tears effect, which doesn't come into play every single shot, but comes into play quite a few of them. And I definitely will be looking for the secret room on this floor because I have a good 5 bombs, and you know, secret room does have a very, very, very low chance of getting, I don't know, an epic item like Dr. Fetus, but there is always that chance, so it's always worth exploring. And if worst comes to worst, heck, I can at least I'm gonna destroy this TNT just to be safe. But if worst comes to worst, I will be able to you know, like get some money to spend on the shop. So I just opened up that golden chest. That was possibly the least worth it golden chest I've ever opened in my life, but I got a coin from it and half a heart. So I guess if I find a blood bank, I do have half of a heart laying around. Let's see what this, in our secret room, we get a fortune teller machine. So is it worth playing on? I don't think I'll get enough sense to access the shop for the rest of the game, and if I got like cancer or something from this, or a really good card like, I don't know, the Emperor or Hierophant, I think this could be really worth it, but we'll see. I'll just blow my money. I have kind of a gambling addiction in this game. I always tend to blow all of my money on these on fortune teller machines or slot machines every time I come across them. So all we got so far was the match, which increases my drop rate of bombs during the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Justice card. It'll give me 1 of each drop, and I'll have 1 more cent, which I can put into the fortune teller machine. So I also got the flat penny, which isn't going to be very useful, to be honest. So I think I'm going to take the matchstick. Normally the flat penny is a great trinket because it gives you extra keys. But since I won't be having any item rooms during this run, the only thing that I'll be using keys on is the gold chest and maybe another shop or 2. But other than that, I really don't need keys during this run, so I don't think there's too much point of you know, taking the flat penny, really, because I'll get a crap ton of keys if I do that, but I just don't really need them. So there's one, looks like there's 1 more room that we can access, which I'll go ahead and do, might as well, I suppose, and hopefully I'll get like a health up from it, even though I don't think that's going to happen. Can you even get a health up from a normal room? I don't think so, unless you get like a health up pill or something, but the odds of that happening are pretty slim. But we get a bomb, which isn't too bad. I have enough bombs, I could even check for the top secret room. I might as well. I don't see why not. And it wasn't there, which is a little bit saddening, but that's okay. It's not like I need these bombs for anything else, I suppose. I guess I could use them against boss fights, but I'm not usually very good at aiming my bombs, so might as well look for this top secret room just to see if I can't pick myself up another really good item or something like that. Haven't been able to find it so far. There we go. On one of the last places I was going to check, and it's another fortune teller machine. Alright. I should have blown that up, actually, in hindsight, but oh well. Usually when you blow them up, they'll just drop a heart and a couple coins or something like that, so I really should be in the habit of blowing those things up, though. The reason why I check for the top secret room is often they can give like eternal hearts or good trinkets or sometimes even items, but that one didn't pay out so well. Anyway, our second boss fight, I should say, because we've already experienced the first boss fight, is going to be pinned. So the cool thing with the freezing tears is they stop pinning his tracks when he runs at me. So yeah, as you can see, his head just like stops and goes towards the ground, so that can keep him from charging at me, which is a good thing, I suppose. Like, he would have hit me there if I didn't get out of the way quick enough, and he just killed himself. So we get the pentagram. Oh my goodness, this game is just spoiling me right now. So that's 2 damage up, I believe. And the devil room is Krampus, which is going to give me a lump of coal, which I would rather have than a devil item, I think, just because I don't want to go like -2 or 3 hearts right now. So I think I would actually rather have a lump of coal. I don't know, that's not really something I normally say, but you know, quite often the devil rooms tend to be crap, and I think since it's just Krampus, that means I can still have a chance for an angel room later on in the game, which are even better than devil rooms in my opinion, at least. But I'm not sure if that's the case or not. I'll have to look that up sometime, because I know if you take a devil item, then you cannot get an angel room for the rest of the game, but I don't know if the lump of the coal counts as a devil room item. Anyway, there's a pill here, so heck, with the way this game's going, this could very well be a health up. It's a health down, oh my goodness. I really wish I didn't take that, but oh well. I should be fine. I did get that eternal heart there, so it kind of, and you wouldn't normally get that, so I guess it kind of like evened itself out. So my damage is pretty darn good. I can fly, I have spectral tears. I mean, heck, I'm just in a pretty good position right now, I would have to say. What else? I mean, I could definitely use some more health. I would not argue with like an ability to replenish spirit hearts. Like, I would really like the relic or the miter, or I mean, I really like both, to be honest, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But anyway, let's take out these guys. there's a champion one, so you know they do drop an item on, or a consumable on death, I should say, but you know they also deal a full heart of damage if they hit you. So good and bad. So let's see, another pill here. Speed down. So all of our pills so far this run have been bad. I say all of, we've only had 2 of them. But hopefully that means the other 4 ones are going to be good, right? Odds are, you know, I mean, the more negative pills you have, the more of a chance you have to find a positive one. So that's looking on the bright side by a lot, but oh well. So there is a mob trap room there, which I will go and see if it's anything good, although I doubt it. But before I go to the boss, yeah, I'll just backtrack a little bit and look in my mob trap room just to see if there isn't any sort of epic health up there or damage up, or I would even take a speed up at this point. I would take the belt if it was in the mob trap room, and I have seen the belt in mob trap rooms before, so I know that is a possibility of happening, but that's just because I got that speed down pill earlier. I'd prefer to get the speed up. So we got the red patch, which I will take over the matchstick, because the red patch increases your drop rate for red hearts, and I can't go in the mob trap room, and the reason for that is I'm not full health. You need to be full health to do that, so hopefully this will drop me a heart and it drops some bombs. I mean, I pick up... Oh, the red patch isn't the one that increases your health drops. I'm sorry, the red patch is if you get hit, it increases your damage, or it has a chance of increasing your damage. I think it just flat out increases your damage if you get hit, but don't quote me on that. It's the child's heart is the one that decreases the drop rate of red hearts. So I think this is a negative pill. Yeah, it's speed down. So I want to make sure I won't be taking that one. So unfortunately, I won't be able to access the mob trap room unless I end up picking up some sort of heart and then coming back for it. But what I do want to do is check out the secret room, and it's probably going to be another slot machine with the way things are going. And I did guess right the first time, which was pretty awesome. We get Bob's Rotten Head, which isn't exactly what anyone would call a really amazing pickup, but at the same time, it's better than not having a spacebar item, so I'll take it. And I mean, if you manage to hit the boss with it, which is easier with some bosses than others, because Bob's Rotten Head can be pretty difficult to aim sometimes, then it does do a pretty large amount of damage. But anyway, hopefully we'll get a heart drop from this, and we get a coin drop, but hopefully we'll be full health after the boss. Anyway, so I did end up hitting Peep here with Bob's Rotten Head, but it really seemed to do hardly anything, so I'm not sure why that is. Typically Bob's Rotten Head does quite a bit of damage. Peep just must have a ton of health if he could tank a Bob's Rotten Head shot right to the face like that so easily. So let's attempt to stay out of the way of Peep's eyes here, because of course they will present some difficulties if I start running into those things, but I've done a pretty good job with avoiding damage on this boss fight so far. I'm normally not the best at that, and it looks like my slowing tears actually have an effect on Peep's eyes, even though you can't destroy Peep's eyes. The slowing tears actually slow them down, which is really interesting. I never knew that before. So we take out Peep, get another Eternal Heart. Unfortunately, I only got 1 red heart from that boss, so I won't be able to go back and check out the mob trap room, but we'll proceed down to the next floor with another health upgrade. So even though we did get that health down pill, I have had 2 Eternal Hearts, which I think more than makes up for it, in my opinion at least. So just keep my distance from these bee lickers, and I should have really no problems at all taking them out, so that's always a good thing. Anyway, looks like I got the Catacombs here, which is of course a little bit more difficult than the caves, but at the same time I should be fine, so just want to avoid the Eternal Fly, make sure I don't get hit by that. And I think it would actually be worth checking for the secret room in between this room and the shop, or no, to the left of where I am, in that space between the shop and that other room where I started. So I think that has a pretty good chance of being the secret room, and we get a troll bomb as our reward there, and there's also a sacrifice room there, which I'll definitely be looking into. I mean, heck, with my luck in the first sacrifice room, who knows what could happen. So the secret room ended up not being there, but that's okay, and we will explore over here first. Just want to make sure I explore this full floor before I check out the boss room, because you know it still is the Catacombs, and I think with the ability to fly, I have the ability to avoid damage pretty well, so I should be able to do that. I'm not going to go into that sacrifice room unless there ends up being a whole bunch more red hearts. I'd like to just get an abundance of red heart drops on this floor so I could enter both the sacrifice and the pain rooms and get both of them to pay out, but we'll see how that goes. We also have a mini boss during this floor, so we always have the possibility of getting an item from one of them, or whatever the mini boss happens to be. Hopefully it's Gluttony and he pays out with a health upgrade. That would be awesome. I think that would be an absolute best case scenario though, and the odds of that happening aren't stellar, but we'll see how it goes. And a room with more bee lickers in it, but just 2 of them this time, so just want to make sure I avoid those eternal flies, since I have a knack for like taking damage against eternal flies. I don't know why it is. They're like all white and they just kind of blend in with the environment, so I have a hard time seeing them. But anyway, let's go check out what this mini boss fight is, carefully avoiding these spiders and the fat flies. As long as heck, if I stayed over the gaps, I don't think the spiders could hit me, but I just want to keep my distance from them. And I'll check for the secret room down here. I might as well. I think there's a pretty good chance of it being there, but it's not, so maybe I shouldn't be too surprised. And there's green nubs, which I can actually one-shot, so I mean, I'm pretty happy to see that. I'm going to take out these fires, because these fires do shoot at you. For those of you who don't know, the red fires do shoot at you, although I should be safe hiding behind that rock there. Now let's see what our mini-boss is. It's Sloth, so Sloth's drop, or his specific drop, is actually Bob's Rotten Head. So let's use it against him and completely miss. But yeah, so I can't get a specific drop from him, but hopefully I'll get like a really good card, like the Sun card or something like that. I really like the Sun card. I have a really, you know, strong feelings about it. But anyway, we get the Lovers, which is alright. I mean, it's definitely a lot better than a speed down pill, I can say that for a fact, but it gives me 2 free red hearts, which I could use to explore this sacrifice room. I don't know if that's worth it though. I might want to hold on to this in case things go south in a future floor. If I go across, if I get Necropolis or something like that and I need some healing, I might want to have that Lover's card for later on in the game, but we'll see how it goes, I suppose. Room full of fistulas shouldn't be too much of a problem. These guys are typically pretty easy. I'm not too worried about, you know, taking damage or anything. I gotta say, like, it's pretty amazing how far I've come in this game from, you know, when I first started playing and being just absolutely terrible to actually now being, you know, not quite as terrible as I once was. So I'm pretty proud of myself, but anyway, we get 10 cents there. You know, I might as well go check out the shop just because, well, even though I don't have enough coins to buy whatever the shop has to offer, I do have enough coins to, well, I have enough keys to say why not. So I get telepills, which teleports me away to a room that I didn't really have any desire to be in. But I guess I could check out the shop, and if worse comes to it, it could be greed, but I don't think so. But anyway, we've checked out 3 pills so far, and 3 of them have been bad pills, since I do consider telepills bad pills for the most part. So we get the ladder, which is completely pointless, and we also get a blue pill, which I believe is, yeah, I haven't checked that one out yet, so I might as well. Bombs are key. Well, that's kind of a good thing, because I have more use of bombs than I do keys, so it just gives me more bombs. And we have one last pill to check out here. We haven't had any positive effects pills yet. I guess bombs are key kind of is a positive effect kill, because it makes the sound that the positive effect pills do. But we can't get a health down, because we've already had one, so we get a full health pill. That would have been handy to know. But hopefully I'll get another one of those and I'll be able to take it along with me. So I get Pestilence here as my boss, which is pretty awesome that I have the ability to fly, because it means I can't step on his green crap that he puts on the ground. And my damage is actually really, really high. I'm surprised by how much damage I'm doing, because I took out that guy fast. I mean, he didn't even spawn any chargers, which he typically does. So I'm pleasantly surprised by that. But anyway, another floor here. And it is the depths rather than Acropolis, so it might actually be worth, you know, taking the time to explore the floor. I'm not sure. I could do that, I suppose. Just make sure I, you know, take advantage of any potential item drops that could prove useful to me during this floor. I don't want to be missing out on anything, especially because I get no item rooms. So I think that makes it overall very worth exploring the floor. So Knights here. The slowing tears effect is pretty useful against them. You can slow them even if you don't hit them in the brain, which just means they take longer to turn around, and it makes them easier to kill. So that's always a good thing. I'm going to check here for the secret room because I have 7 bombs, so I really might as well. And it ends up not being the secret room, which is makes me extremely sad. But I'll get over it, I suppose. So I am surprised that I dodged there. That was actually pretty good. I'm impressed. But anyway, just goblins, globins, whatever you want to call them, nothing too much to worry about. I hope I get another 10 cents or so, even though the shop is most likely greed, just on that chance that I could pick up something cool from the shop. I think that would really help me out. So room full of guts, very, very easy. Not much to worry about as long as you don't stupidly run into them. for the most part, you should never take damage on a room like that. So I'm going to check for the secret room again here. And we nailed it. So we get some more sense, which means I do have enough sense to check out the shop, providing that it isn't greed within it. And I will be definitely doing that. You know, even though it's probably going to be greed, I think it's worth the small chance that I could pick up something cool, like, I don't know, the Nun's Habit, even though my spacebar item is pretty bad, so I don't know how much the Nun's Habit would really help me. I should have used Bob's Rotten Head to check for the secret room, so I didn't have to use a bomb, but oh well, I mean, not much I can do about it. Golden chest gives me a heart. That means I could check out the sacrifice room, I guess. Might as well. I mean, I have a heart sitting out there, and I only take half a heart of damage from it, so that was a really good payout, I must say. That was completely worth it. I get basically a soul heart and a half for doing that, and we do end up finding greed in the shop. I mean, the main reason I wasn't too worried about it is because I'm doing quite a lot of damage, and greed isn't too difficult, and we do get the Steam sale, so if and when I access the shop on the next floor, I will be able to get it to pay out with whatever the item is. So I might as well use up I might as well play my sense down to 7 cents. Try to get myself another full health pill. That would be really good. And I want to keep 7 cents for the shop on the next floor, but I mean the shop on the next floor will probably be greed, but just on the off chance that it's not. Also, I could have run across a beggar, I suppose, so another half heart there. That's not doing a whole lot of help to me, because there is no arcade. It's kind of weird. I haven't run into a single arcade yet. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That isn't something that happens too often, so come on, I'm just looking for a soul heart or a full health pill. I don't need bombs, don't need keys, don't need any of that. Just need a good pill. Oh, you're teasing me, giving me one last coin when I was about to be done. And he keeps doing it, paying out with one more coin when I was going to be done. And we end up getting absolutely nothing useful, just wasting a whole bunch of cents in return for half a heart, which I'm not thrilled about, obviously. But there is a mob challenge room up here, so hopefully that ends up being something epic, like a health upgrade or a damage up, or I don't know how likely that is to happen, but if that does happen, I would be absolutely psyched. So I would hope that we get some sort of item, at least some sort of helpful item, and not just a gray chest. Even though mob trap rooms are almost always just gray chests, it would be awesome if that did not happen. I'll say that much. No drop from that room. We get a gold chest. Is it worth it? Yes, it was definitely worth it. I will say that. So we get a health upgrade from a mob trap room, which I can say almost never happens to me. So I'm really happy about that. One thing that I want to make sure I do is not lose all my soul hearts here as I take a damage there. Not the smartest thing in the world, but I got a health upgrade, so I'm not even going to complain about losing one soul heart. It's not the biggest deal because I have 6 health now instead of 5, and hopefully I'll get a good drop from the boss of this floor as well. Another health upgrade would be fine. Speaking of fine, though, what's not fine is all these knights. I prefer not to have them. I prefer not to have to deal with them ever, but they're just one of those enemies that's it's not particularly difficult to take them out. It's just really, really annoying sometimes. I gotta say, the slowing effect makes it that much easier, though, so I'm pretty happy about this spider bite that I have, the spider bite item that I have. So I took them all out, and I only took half a heart of damage, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I mean, that's probably the best I've ever personally done on a room like that. So the boss was the last path that I went down, but that wasn't a big deal. I just wasn't paying attention there, and that's why I got hit by that leaper. A couple more rooms here, and we should unlock the boss. Make sure oh my goodness, I just walked right into that leaper shot. I don't know why I did that. That was unintelligent, but whatever. And I got hit again. Really taking a lot of damage here. I'm not sure what's causing the lack of clutch. I was playing really well, and wow, you can actually freeze the grimaces. I never knew that. I'm gonna check here for the top secret room. Hopefully I luck out, get it on the first try. I did not. I suppose I could check next to the boss room as well. I don't want to go all the way around the floor. It's probably worth it to check for the top secret room, but I just don't want to do that. I think it would be kind of a long search, and I'd probably run out of bombs before I found it, but I will look in this one last location just to see if I can luck out and find it, but I didn't. So let's head into the boss fight. It is the Fallen. I was hoping for Loki. That's the boss fight I would prefer to get. I would really like to be able to slow this guy. I think that would make the fight a lot easier. I don't know if I can slow him. I think I can, as the little engine that could often says, but I will try to take this fight out hopefully not lose any more health. That would be great. So one of the Fallens is gone, only half of a heart of damage taken so far. And it's kind of amazing because like the first time I ever fought this boss, man, it wrecked me. I was like 3 full hearts and I died. So we get Common Cold, which is good, a Soul Heart, which is good, another Red Heart, which is good, and an Angel Room, which has the Bible in it, which I will be taking. And the reason why is, for one, Bob's Rotten Head is pretty crap, and for two, you get an achievement for using the Bible on Mom, and I definitely want to get that achievement at one point. So we do have an arcade on this floor. I'm going to definitely be checking out the shop first. So that Common Cold item was pretty good, because that will increase my damage, not by a lot, but anything that increases your damage, even if it's just a little bit, is always a good thing, and I'm never going to argue with that. So I gotta say, for a run with no item rooms in it, I have gotten some pretty darn good drops. I would say, heck, my items right now are probably better than most runs even with item rooms, so I stupidly lost my Soul Heart there. And I'm going to go up this direction just to see if I can't pick myself up another awesome epic item from this room up here. Be careful not to waste any keys, and this mob trap room is what I was trying to say basically. So I gotta not take any damage during this room though to qualify to enter the mob trap room. So let's be really careful here, not get hit. This is one of the rooms I tend to struggle with a little bit, so there's no guarantees of that happening, but I will do my best. And some of these flies are just a little hard to deal with. These, of course, are very easy to deal with if you have Skatole, but I haven't seen my first arcade yet until this floor, and I will be only accessing the arcade if I have a bad shop item. You gotta remember, I do have the Steam sale, so whatever item the shop happens to have in it will be half price. Gray chest, heck no, I'm not falling for your trickery there. And I walked right into that key opening thing, and it didn't let me open it, so that was pretty kind of the game not to troll me there. It was also kind of the game to not troll me with getting hit by those Eternal Flies. Anyway, let's make our way down to the shop and open it up and see if there's anything extra juicy inside that I would like to pick up. Probably greed, but we'll see. Might as well search for it anyway. Another thing that I want to search for is the secret room, definitely. And hopefully I'll pick up like Dr. Fetus or something like that in there. Every time I've seen someone get Epic Fetus or Dr. Fetus on a run, they've always picked it up in the secret room, so I'm not exactly sure why that is, but maybe that's a good thing. So I'm going to pick up Mom's coin purse just because, even though most of the pills are bad, there have been a couple good ones. Oh, never mind, this is Mom's purse, not Mom's coin purse, which means I can pick up a second trinket, which is kind of good. A pill, which I haven't used yet. It's Pretty Fly, which is a pretty epic pill, I must say. So there's tons of hearts laying around, which means that, for one, I will be able to access the sacrifice room, and for two, I might be able to do some plays on the blood bank in the arcade, especially because I don't have a lot of sense. Finding some more red hearts through this floor, in addition to not taking damage, would be a really good thing. Man, I gotta say, I just play so much better when I have the ability to fly, versus, you know, when I don't have the ability to fly, obviously, but I just gotta say, the ability to fly just makes me play that much better. I really think it helps so much. So we can pick up I can pick up a second trinket, so hopefully I get something good. And you know what? I'm not going to enter that sacrifice room just because I took a couple hits there, so I'd rather not. I did not mean to use lovers there. I actually mispressed Q. Even though I was conveniently down 2 red hearts, I did not mean to use the lovers card. That was completely by mistake. Oh, you know what? I might as well access the sacrifice room since I can heal up on the hearts. That just means I'll have a couple less plays on the blood bank. But couple pills. I get telepills and bombs are key. So don't really want either of those. But I will keep telepills for the mom's fight. And teleport out after the fight is over, just in case there is a juicy angel room waiting for me, since I did pick up an angel room. After you pick up an angel room, it gives you more of a chance to get another angel room later on in the run. Little known fact. So let's try not to get hit against this champion version of Chub. I believe this version of Chub is faster than normal but has less health. I may be wrong about that. You know, I probably am wrong about that actually, but he does seem pretty darn fast, I will say that for sure. So let's make our way to the arcade, and also hopefully pick myself up a trinket. So I wouldn't argue if there was like a fortune teller machine in the arcade. Find another blast assist here. This common cold damage is kind of helping me out a little bit, I must say. I'm not minding it too much. So a room full of this and fish guys. There's both of them. As if one wasn't bad enough, we have to have both of them, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem here, and I get another red heart for my trouble, which I'm not going to argue with, and a bomb, which I really didn't need a bomb, but I'll take it. And another room full of this, and more vis. I was going to say fish guys, but there's actually not any fish guys here, which is, you know, pretty cool of the game to you know, do that and not give me any of them. Anyway, let's use our one and only scent to access the arcade. Unfortunately, neither of those are tinted rocks. I almost blew up the blood bank there. I don't know why, but I'll do 3 plays in the blood bank, pick up some cents, be able to play the slot machine a little bit with that. Actually, 4 plays, because I have, I believe, 2 full red hearts lying around for me to pick up. And I'll use them on the slot machine because why not? Hopefully get some red hearts in return for my trouble, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'll get a cent, which means I can, you know, do a couple more plays in this slot machine, and a pill, which is tell pills, which I already had. I would have preferred a full health pill, but come on, full health pill in the last play, that would be epic, but that was not to be. And anyway, I will blow up the school game guy to get 3 more plays on the slot machine, and hopefully he will give me a full health pill, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm not too worried about the mom fight, obviously, because I have the Bible, and I can one-hit her. For those of you who didn't know, when you use the Bible on Mom, she instantly dies. And you also unlock some sort of secret, which is the main reason why I took the Bible, just because I haven't done it yet. So I really want to be making sure I use the Bible on Mom, unlocking that achievement or secret or whatever, because obviously the end goal in this game is to unlock Golden God, which is getting every single secret in the game, which is going to be quite a trek, especially because some of those secrets entail not taking any damage on the depths or necropolis, and also not taking any damage on the womb. I don't know how that's gonna happen personally, because I always take damage, but I'm gonna have to really step up my game to get those 2 achievements. I will say that for a fact. Anyway, we're almost to the mom, and we almost also get a mini boss. I said almost get a mini boss. I mean, yeah, we have a mini boss. There's no almost about it. But fish guys, that was probably the easiest fish guys room I've ever had. A Wheel of Fortune, which I'll play just to blow it up. But actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to blow that up. I mean, I might get some sense from Mom or something. Probably not, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we get Wrath here. He gives me a couple bombs, and I still haven't found the secret room. That's what I needed to do. I need to still find the secret room, which I have absolutely no idea where it could be. I also need to find the top secret room, since I have 12 bombs. I think that would really be in my best interest to search for both of them. It's not there, clearly. I don't know where the secret room could be, because I think I've checked next to the sacrifice room. Actually, you know, I don't think I have checked down south next to the sacrifice room, between the sacrifice room and the shop. I know I've checked here. Have I checked here? I don't know. I'm starting to kind of like psych myself out. I can't remember which places I've checked and which places I haven't. You know, oh well, I have 10 bombs, might as well use them, I suppose. So I'll place a bomb here in search of the top secret room, and I will find it, and it will be another fortune teller machine, which I will explode. Hopefully that's close enough. Yes, it is, and I'll get 3 cents, which is 3 plays on that other fortune teller machine, and a couple more bombs, which I can in fact use to search for the regular secret room. Just trying to think, where exactly could this thing be where I haven't checked already? So it looks like I did in fact check those 2 locations already. I guess it could be up here. I'll check up here just in case this is where it happens to be. That's not it. What about here? This could be a location. It doesn't look like that was the case, so I will check a couple final places where I have suspicions of the secret room's whereabouts, and if I can't find it, I'm just gonna have to give up. One last search for it, and then I'll head into the mom fight, and then I'll teleport out after the mom fight. Yeah, I have no idea where the secret room is. I mean, I've searched every location where it's likely to be. Come on, give me a good trinket, so I can take advantage of having Mom's purse. I got this thing, I want to use it, and you give me nothing. So I'll blow you up and get a chest in return, which will give me 2 keys, which I did not need. So Thank you very much for that. Oh, I forgot there was this one last room. I thought the next room was the boss fight. I don't know why I thought that. That wasn't very smart of me, I will admit. And I get a couple cents that or at least a cent, I should say, that I could have used on that slot machine, but oh well. Also one last place to search for the secret room here, might as well. And it's not there. Who knows where the secret room could be? I mean, it's really just no one knows. But I unlocked the Halo, which was pretty cool. And I heard the sound. I think that's an angel room sound. Or is that just the sound it makes when I use the Bible on Mom? No, we did get an angel room. And if you didn't know what just happened there, after the Mom fight, you can get devil and angel rooms, but they don't show up during the fight. So the only way to access them is to teleport out using some sort of teleport method and re-enter the boss room. And we get the relic, which is a pretty good pickup. I won't argue with it. And head on further into the dungeon. So the Bible is essentially useless now because all it does is grant flight for one room, and I believe the only enemy which it gives a special effect on is actually Mom herself. So, you know, I'm gonna head down here because I do want to fight that mini boss that's showing up on the map. And after that, I will head straight for the boss of this womb 1 here, or Utero 1 even. Big difference, I know. And actually, no, this isn't a boss. This is the secret room, and that means greed is in it, and that means I don't want to fight him because all he will drop is money. So I'm not really a big fan of that. Gonna play the slot machine a couple times, and what is this pill? Bombs are key. Well, I might as well use that one because I have a ton of keys that I really don't need. And a red heart laying out there, so I mean I might as well play this chest. That was a waste of time. I really wish I hadn't have done that, but I mean I do have a red heart here to replenish my health after, so that's a good thing. Replenish the health that I already lost in the very first wave, so that's definitely not a good sign. And we get Chubb, the second one. Even though this is like a regular mob trap room, we are getting bosses. I thought you could only get bosses during a boss trap room, but you know, apparently that's not the case. Who knew? I certainly didn't. And are we gonna have 3 waves, or is 2 waves enough? I hope it's just 2 waves, but we'll see. Nope, it is in fact 3 waves, and we get double monstros, which luckily this was bosses. You know, I think that's the first time I've ever said that in my life. I mean, luckily we got bosses, but bosses really aren't that difficult. Well, I mean, these early game bosses aren't that difficult, at least, especially with the overpoweredness of the items that I have, and I actually looks like I'm only going to take 1 hit during this entire fight. So, was this worth 7 cents in hindsight? No, it really wasn't, but, you know, I get some more plays on this slot machine at least. I could save them for next floor. That's a health down, so I really don't want to be taking that. But I get another pretty fly, so I have a full suite of orbitals, which will help block shots, which I'm pretty happy about. And I really hope I get another pill or a card from this machine, so I don't have to, you know, go around with this health down pill. I got another pretty fly there that has no effect because I already have a full suite of orbitals. You can only have 3. You can't have any more than that. Little known fact. Getting some health pills here, which means I could check out the sacrifice room, I suppose, as long as I don't take damage, but I think I probably will take damage. I'll just have to remember I do have a heart there in that room in case I need to come back for it later, which I probably will, knowing it's me and I'm bound to take lots of damage on the womb / utero. So, you know, if it's time to go into the boss room and I haven't taken any hits yet, which, you know, I just did, so screw that. I was going to say I would go into that sacrifice room. Since I've only hit once by the sacrifice room since I have the ability to fly, might as well go in there and check it out. I guess I will after the boss fight. You know, I think that'd be a good idea. Oh my goodness, I really wish I didn't waste all my cents on that slot machine. Because I got a beggar now, which typically have much better payouts than the slot machine. Typically, although the beggar could like pay out with the ladder or something like that, and I would be kind of sad, but for the most part, beggars in most cases have much better payouts than the slot machine does. So we get a soul heart there due to having the relic, which is really nice. I don't think I'm going to be able to, I mean, I guess I could fight greed, and I'd get some money from him, and then I could use that to play the beggar. You know, I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to fight the boss first, and if the boss fight ends up being pretty easy and I don't lose a lot of health, I will actually go through with that. But if it ends up being, I don't know, conquest or something like that, and I end up getting completely owned, then I'll just go down to the next floor. So we get a tele pills, which isn't great, but I assume that it's a heck of a lot better. And we fight Teratoma, which is a pretty easy boss actually, but a rare one I think. But anyway, as I was saying, as long as I don't take too much damage during this, all it does is it spawns bomb fly. It's pretty much just what is it? I can't. Fistula. That's it. It's pretty much just Fistula, but it spawns spiders. I almost said it spawns bomb flies instead of chargers, but it actually spawns spiders instead of chargers. So it looks like this was a really easy fight. I really hope I get an angel room after this. That would be epic. It doesn't look like I took any damage during this fight. And we get Pageant Boy, which, you know, is probably the first time I'm ever not actually too upset to see that as a drop. So what I will do is I'll go down and I'll spend all my money on this beggar. And I can't access the sacrifice room now because I do have a soul heart. I really shouldn't have picked up that soul heart, just in case, but hopefully the beggar will pay out. And if not, I will go fight Greed, and if I lose that soul heart, I will check out this secret room. Pays out with a key. Okay, I'm going to go fight Greed. I believe Greed is the only boss that can spawn during secret rooms, but I'm not 100% sure about that. It might be another boss, but in any case, let's go check it out and fight Greed. Yes, it is Greed. And Greed really isn't that difficult, especially with the amount of damage output that I have. So he drops some sense that I can put into the beggar. I don't believe I've blown up that slot machine yet, so I'm going to go blow that up. Make sure I don't, yeah, I haven't blown it up. I don't know why I did that, but blow it up, get some more sense. So this is probably enough to get the beggar to pay out. And hopefully that will result in a health upgrade, which is the ideal situation to be in, obviously, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's try to get the beggar to pay out here. Got 10 more cents to use on him. That's probably plenty. We get Temperance, which is a blood bank, which I could use a couple times. And we get the Luck Foot with the beggar, which makes all pills good pills, which means that that pill that I saw earlier will actually be a good pill. Was that a health down pill? I think health down now becomes health up with the Luck Foot, so that would end up being a really good pickup for me. So we'll see. Anyway, I will use those telepills, I think, at the very end of the floor. I think I have a couple more hearts sitting in the boss room, so I'll give the blood bank one more play. I'll give it a couple more plays, just one more play, I think. I want to err on the side of caution here, make sure I get this mom's heart dead, and this will be my 6th mom kill, which is pretty cool, I assume. One more play. If you don't pay out, okay, he didn't pay out, which I wasn't really expecting him to, so I believe, yeah, this pill that I pick up will now be a health up, and it is. So that's not bad. I'm really glad I got this Luck Foot. Oh, there's only one heart sitting here. I thought there was a couple. Oh well, we'll head down to the next floor, and there is an arcade up there. Should I just go for the arcade or go straight for the boss? I don't know. I really don't know which is the best path of action to take. I also don't know how I didn't take damage from that the bullet hell that existed in this room, or that does exist in this room, I should say. Doing pretty good with the whole dodging of shots, I must say. So hopefully I can continue to not take much damage, and actually it looks like I will be able to access the arcade this way, which is cool. So I'm definitely going to go in the arcade. I mean, I have 12 cents, I might as well, I suppose. Somehow haven't taken damage here. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, just the orbitals are just, you know, hitting all of this guy's shots. So just get close to him, let the cube of meat and the pretty flies take him out. There we go. So we get a couple bombs and a soul heart for our trouble. And oh, another doppelganger. I think that's what they're called, doppelgangers, something like that. Anyway, doubles basically that shoot as you shoot. They're not the hardest in the world to take out, especially when you have the power of flight. You can just get them to walk on spikes. So I somehow am getting this doppel to actually stand on the rocks, which is a little bit weird. I didn't know you could do that, but that's kind of a cool trick, I suppose. So we actually got a chest from killing that guy. That was pretty cool. Hopefully something awesome is in it. Nope, just a bomb and half of a heart. So let's go in this arcade. We do get a fortune teller machine, which I'll put all my money into that. And try to get a really good trinket, and also a card, the magician. No, I'm not overly impressed with that. And we get the skull, which I don't want to pick up, because then I won't be able to put it down if I pick it up. And we get the tick, which I'll pick up, which will take away 15% of Mom's health, and we get Pretty Fly, which is useless. So I might as well put the rest of my money into this Skull Game guy, and since I do have the Luck Foot, I have a 50% chance of him paying out, which isn't bad. Normally you have a 33% chance of him paying out, you know. As you'd assume, there's 3 skulls, so that 1 out of 3 chance seems pretty, like a pretty good assumption there, but you do have a 50% chance of him paying out with the Luck Foot, which is pretty awesome. Which means that hopefully I'll be able to get some hearts from this guy and be able to heal up, which would be great. Heal up to full health, and we do in fact do that. You know, pretty much full health, although half a heart is the exact same as 1 heart when it comes to the wound, because you do take a full heart of damage, but no more than a full heart of damage when you are hit by something in the wound. So that's just something to keep into mind. I think during this play, my dodging has just been absolutely spectacular. I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but I just think I've played so well during this run. I'm really quite impressed with myself. So I'm going to check a couple places for the secret room here just to see if I can't find it. That would be pretty helpful if I was able to do so, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, so let's go ahead and head off for the boss. And we get a room with the laser shooting eyes, which means I'm pretty much going to take damage. And of course I did at the very end there, so we get the Fool, which teleports me back to the starting room. Not a big fan of that one, I must admit. So I did get that Magician card. I don't know what I did with it though. I think I put it down for a pill, didn't I? But oh well, it's not all that important anyway. Let's go ahead and go into the Mom's heart, and we use the Bible against it, and we get Spider Butt has appeared in the basement. And I did not know the Bible could actually kill Mom's heart, but apparently it can. And everything is terrible. The game just got harder. That's because of my 6th Mom kill, and we get to go down to Sheol because we played really well. If you play well, you get the opportunity to fight Sheol. So it would be cool to get my first ever Sheol kill. Obviously, I haven't had one yet. I would love to, and we'll see how it goes. But you know, I've never fought this boss before, so I think the odds of me beating him are probably pretty low. And is it just me, or is that actually my first tinted rock of the game? I think it is. Possibly the driest game I've ever had in terms of tinted rocks. But I'm doing pretty well here health-wise. I gotta say, it would be so epic if I could end up, you know, defeating this boss. I don't know how likely that is to happen. And we get a full health pill. Oh my goodness, just all these opportunities, you know. I still have to, you know, be on top of my game to defeat the Sheol boss, but hopefully I'll be able to do that. That would be pretty epic. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, you just pretty much have to fight the Fallen, and then a boss, which is pretty much just bullet hell dodge them. So we get the High Priestess, which no way I'm taking that over full health. It's a decent card, but full health is much, much better. So here we go. Here's the epic fight. Oh, I timed my bomb just a little bit too early. And oh my goodness, already lost my soul hearts, which I'm not too happy about. But yeah, we just fight the Fallen first, which isn't that difficult really, but it's more that what comes after it that really presents the challenge. I'm kind of hyped right now because like this is the first time I've ever been in this fight. I have been to Sheol one time before this, but unfortunately, you know, I died before getting to the boss because I was fairly low health when I came in here. So now we fight this guy, and it's pretty much just dodging his shots, which I should be able to do as long as I keep my distance. And of course the slowing tears do affect him, which just means, well, he's slower really. It's a little bit easier to dodge his shots. I'm just going to try to stay as far away from him as possible and just really be careful when it comes to his shots and try my best to dodge them. So I'm going to be doing a lot of strafing. I gotta say the slowing tears are helping out a ton. So I know in this final part what's you really gotta do is just move constantly, and the real problem here is just the bomb flies. The regular flies aren't that much of a difficulty, or I mean the stomping isn't that much of a difficulty. As long as you keep running, you should be fine. But heck, I haven't taken a single red heart damage yet during this fight. I am so impressed with myself this fight. I think that this is honestly the best I have ever played in Isaac. So that's really something to be proud of, I suppose. Got hit by a bomb. I don't know what they're called exactly, but got hit again. But he's almost dead, and he's dead, so Mom's knife appears in the basement. One of the most powerful items in the game that I've unlocked in my first, complete win, I suppose. So, thank you guys a lot for watching. I'm really happy with myself. I think I played amazing, and hopefully this continues on in the future. But anyway, we're going to end off here, and stay tuned for future episodes, guys. See you later.